If you run a local business, be it plumber, electrician, cleaner, landscaper, anything like that, Google Ads might be the single best way to get new customers. But most small business owners either set it up wrong, burn their budget in the first week and give up, or they never try at all because they think it's only for big companies with big budgets. Neither of those needs to happen to you. So in this video, I'm going to show you firstly why Google Ads works especially well for local service businesses and why the playing field is more level than you think. Second, how to set up your campaigns correctly from day one so you're not throwing money away. And third, the exact mistakes local business owners make that silently drain their budget so you can avoid them. I've been running Google Ads for over a decade with literally tens of millions of dollars in ad spend. I manage Google ad accounts for businesses just like yours, and I've seen what works and, equally important, what doesn't. So this is the video I wish every single local business owner watched before they touch their first campaign. To start, let me show you why Google Ads is actually one of the most powerful tools a small local business has and why you don't need a massive budget to compete. Here's the thing about local service businesses. Your customers are searching for you right now. You are literally sliding your business card under the nose of someone at literally the instant that they are searching for what you offer. Someone's pipe just burst, their lawn looks like a jungle, their house needs a deep clean before Christmas. They're not browsing on Instagram for help. They're not waiting for a Facebook ad to pop up. They go straight to Google and type into Google, be it emergency plumber near me or house cleaner Sydney, with intent. And that intent, that urgency, is gold. And here's what most small business owners don't realize, is that Google Ads charges per click, not per impression. So if 1,000 people search for electrician near me in your area and only 20 of those people click on your ad, you only pay for the 20. You're only paying for the people who are actively interested in getting your business. Compare that to a flyer drop or a Facebook ad showing your face to people who may not need you right now. Google Ads captures demand that already exists. That's the big difference. And the other thing, local searches tend to be cheaper than national ones. You're not competing with every business in the country, just the ones in your area, which in most industries outside capital cities is a lot thinner competition than you'd expect. Now let me show you how to actually set this up. But before I do, I want to make sure you don't miss out on our free Google Ads Gotcha Guide. I call it our Gotcha Guide because these are the recommended settings that Google have embedded in their Google Ad system, which you need to change because they're designed for you to waste money. It's a list of 14 of these default settings that are listed in this free guide. Make sure you download it. I'll put a link in the description so you don't fall for these classic money wasting traps. The first thing you need to decide is what type of campaign you want to run. And for most local service businesses, there are really two main options worth knowing about. The first is a classic Google search campaign. Text ads that appear when somebody searches for a specific keyword like plumber Bondi or emergency electrician Melbourne. The text ads that are above the organic results below. Your ad shows at the top of the results with the organic results below. So for local service businesses, search is usually your best starting point. You're showing up at exactly the moment that somebody is looking for what you offer. It's as targeted as it gets. Option 2 are local service ads. These are actually different. They appear above the regular ads. They show your business name, your star rating, and a phone number. And you pay per lead, not per click. And to run them, Google verifies your business. This actually builds trust with potential customers. But not every industry or location has local service ads available yet, so it may not be available for you. But if yours does, it may be worth exploring alongside search. So here's my recommendation. Start with your classic search campaign. They give you more control, more data, and a better understanding of what's working. Once you're comfortable, then you can layer in local service ads if they're available to you. Now let me show you the most important part of your search campaign setup. Keywords are the words and phrases that trigger your ads. Get this wrong and you'll be paying for clicks from people who are never going to buy from you. And most beginners make one of the following two mistakes. The first is that they go way too broad, using keywords like just cleaning or just plumbing, single keywords. Those searches could be coming from someone looking for a job or a DIY YouTube video or a product someone to buy, not someone looking to hire you. Or they let Google decide on the keywords. When you set up a campaign, Google loves to suggest a pile of keywords and ask you to approve them all. Please resist that urge. Every keyword you add is a door that traffic can walk through. Only open doors that you actually want open. Instead, think about exactly what your customer types when they need you urgently. Emergency plumber and your city, or house cleaning service with your suburb, tree removal with your area. These are very high intent specific searches. Yes, the search volume may be lower, but these are people ready to buy. And here's something most people don't know, that the Google match types really matter. And by default, Google uses broad match type keywords, which means your ad can show for searches that are really loosely related to your keyword. That sounds good, but it often means your ad shows for searches that have actually nothing to do with your business. So my advice is to use phrase or exact match when you're starting out. It gives you way more control over who sees your ad. One more thing on keywords, negative keywords. These are words that you don't want to trigger your ads. So if you're a cleaning business, you don't want your ad showing up for cleaning products or cleaning jobs. You want to add those as negatives. It's going to save you money every single day. And let me tell you, the costs add up. So that leads us to the next thing most local business owners get completely wrong, and it's one of the easiest fixes. When you set up your Google Ads campaign, there's a location targeting setting that most people leave on default. And the default is a problem. So by default, Google targets ads to people in or interested in your target area. That word interested in means someone in another city who's searching for your city can see your ad. So you could be a Sydney plumber paying for clicks when somebody in Brisbane who Googled best plumbing companies in Sydney for a school project. So make sure you go into your campaign settings, go to the location setting and change this to presence people in or regularly in your targeted locations. That's it. That one change stops you paying for people outside your service area. Then be specific about your location targeting. If you only service a particular set of suburbs, target those suburbs, not the whole state. The tighter your location targeting, the more relevant your ads and the lower your cost per lead. This is the invisible money leak. It doesn't show up obviously in your reports, but it's happening quietly in the background. These quick setting changes fixes everything. Now let me show you how to think about your budget so you can launch with confidence. This is the question every small business owner asks. How much should I spend? The honest answer, it really depends on your industry. A click for emergency plumber is going to cost a lot more than a click for lawn mowing service. Industries with high job values, be it roofing, pest control, HVAC, tend to have higher cost per click because the reward for the advertiser is bigger. But here's how to think about it practically. If the average job is worth $500 to your business and you convert 1 in every 5 leads into a job, you could afford to spend up to $100 per lead and still break even. So if your Google Ads cost per lead is $30 to $40, that's a really profitable channel. Start small, maybe $20 to $30 a day is enough to start generating data. That's roughly $600 to $900 a month. Not nothing, but it's also not a reckless ad spend. And on bidding, when you're starting out, I'd recommend using maximize clicks with a max CPC bid cap limit. This tells Google to get you as many clicks as possible within a spending limit per click. It keeps things simple while you're building up data. Please don't jump straight into target CPA or maximize conversion bidding strategy until you have proper conversion tracking set up and you're collecting at least 30 to 50 conversions. Google Smart Bidding needs data to work. If you turn it on too early, you're handing the keys to an algorithm that has nothing to work with. Which brings me to the most important thing you need to set up before anything else. Before your ads go live, you need conversion tracking in place. A conversion is an action that matters to your business. So for a local service business, that's usually a phone call or an online form submission. Someone clicking your ad and calling you, that's a conversion. Someone filling out your contact form, that's a conversion. Without tracking these events, you're essentially flying blind. You don't know which keywords are generating calls, you don't know which ads are working, you're spending money with no way to track and measure what is coming back in return. There are a few ways to set up call tracking in Google Ads. You can use Google's built-in call extensions and call reporting, or you can use a third-party tool. Either way, get it done before you spend a single dollar. But most importantly, you have to set up your search campaign the right way. And I actually have a full step-by-step video which walks you through avoiding all the money-wasting traps. So make sure you go and watch that video right now. I'll put a link here so that you don't fall for any of the mistakes and you set up your campaign the right way. If you like this video, don't forget, hit that thumbs up icon and subscribe. And thanks for watching.